What's up, crew? Thanks for tuning into Connection TV. I'm your host and captain of Connection, Shelly, and I'm here today talking to you a little bit about conversation sparking because we want to have memorable experiences and make memories with people. And if your conversation sucks, then you're not going to make memories with people. So not just open-ended questions, but real conversation sparkers, so that you're not bored at work and the people in front of you aren't bored and you're actually making those connections with people. So I've been doing this for a little while, like 15 years now. We're making this in 2021. So I've done a lot of experimenting with people, and some of my favorite conversation sparkers I'm going to share with you today, just the super basics, so my top 10, and I'm going to list them in alphabetical order because that is how my brain likes to organize it for some reason. So your Captain of Connections top 10 in alphabetical order conversation sparkers. So we're going to start with the letter A. The letter A is for above average greeting. We are not your average winery, and we want to take everything that everybody else does and just like level it up a little bit. So in everything that we do, even our greeting with people. So it's perfectly fine for you to say, hey, welcome to Evoke Winery, we'll be right with you. That's totally fine, you can do that. Or you can think of ways to have a little more fun with it and level it up a little bit. I've been saying to people, because we have the mask thing going on right now, I've been saying, hey, welcome. Make yourself at home. Everything that's open is clean right now, and as long as you're seated, you don't have to have the mask on. I look forward to seeing the rest of your face. That's it. Just like a little tweak on something that is gonna wake people's brains up a little bit more than just that regular, how are you doing? That's the other one. That's lame, that's boring. I'm trying really hard not to just ask people, how are you doing? Because what it's like, your brain just goes into the thing where it's like, oh, I'm fine, how are you? Oh, I'm fine, how are you? Like, even if you're not fine, like if the world is falling apart around you, if somebody asks you, how are you doing? You're gonna go, I'm okay, I'm fine, which is a total lie. It's super lame. So I like to ask people things like, what's good? What's the best part of your day so far? Tell me something exciting that you're working on. So level up those and have an above average greeting for people, or above average things to say in the beginning of your experience with someone will spark a connection and a conversation right away. So A is for above average, always be above average. The letter B stands for birthdays. So birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations in general. If we're not finding out what people are celebrating, we're really missing the ball on being able to connect with them and make their experience really memorable. The worst thing is to hear at the end of someone's experience with you, oh, it was our anniversary today. Like, you have to tell me that in the beginning so we can celebrate. It is a great time to bring in a little surprising delight into the mix as well. I like to pour a little sparkling if you have it open for people who are celebrating their anniversaries. And if you only have a few people in the tasting room, pour it for everyone. Do a big toast. Happy 40th anniversary, Dan and Jane. We actually have a Dan and Jane. That's probably why that came to me. Birthdays, anniversaries. B stands for those kinds of celebrations. That brings us to the letter C. So C is for cocktails and coffee. So this is a conversation sparker I like to use when I have someone that's brand new to drinking wine in front of me that may not necessarily know what kind of wine they like or what their flavor is yet. But if they tell me what kind of cocktails and what kind of coffee they like, I can start to figure out what their taste is like so I can make their mouth happy. That's what it's all about, right? So if I've got a blonde bombshell in front of me that's a lemon drop drinker, it's gonna be all about wild and free Pinot Gris, making waves Albarino, and hopefully a little frisky sparkling if it's open. Or if I have on the other spectrum, like a gorgeous brunette in front of me that's like a whiskey drinker, outdoorsy, awesome chick, I'm gonna give her orgasmic Cabernet, and I bet you that she likes her coffee black. So it's all about figuring out what kind of taste people have so we can make their mouth happy with something that we have. That's what it's all about. So C is for coffee and cocktails. D, cannot forget the letter D. D is so important. D is for destinations. So where have you been on vacation lately? Do you have any cool vacations coming up? Where would you go if you could go on vacation right now? So many cool conversation sparkers around destinations that you can bring up. So that's a really fun one. And then we get to go to E, which is also part of that taking people to their happy place, is escapism. E stands for escapism. So just another really fun little conversation sparker I like to use is, where do you picture yourself when you drink this wine? Is it an outdoor wine? Are you climbing Mount Hood with a rock climbing crew and you're camping and you're drinking out of a plastic cups or just passing the bottle around? Or are you drinking out of a crystal goblet on a bearskin rug in front of a fireplace in the woods? These all would be like happy places for me, except the rock climbing part, but I would definitely bring the wine or the whiskey. So E is for escapism. Help people find their happy place. Where do you picture yourself when you drink this wine? F is the next letter in the alphabet. F is for flavor. So another thing that we want to ask people is, what kind of wine do you drink at home? What do you like? What's your go-to? That's also another question that we need to ask people so that we can invite them to join the club that's right for them. We need to know what kind of category they fall into. Is it a mix? You like whites and reds? You like all reds? You're just a sweet drinker? You don't even know what you like? We're gonna figure some stuff out about you and experiment. So flavor is really important to get to know what people's flavor is. What kind of wine do you like to drink at home? What's your go-to? Even if it's something out of the box, I don't care, share it with me, that's great. We're equal opportunity drinkers all around. So F is for flavor. G is one of my favorites. G is for genuine compliments. So I have a whole other training and a video for you about how to give and receive genuine compliments. You can't just say to everyone that walks in the door, oh, I like your earrings. Oh, hey, I like your earrings today. I really like your earrings today. It becomes very disgenuine and you start sounding robotic. The more you say the same thing over and over again, your brain gets tired of it and you don't sound as excited when you talk about it anymore. So you really have to think about it. So genuine compliments are really important, and you can spark all kinds of conversations around them. I love to use what people are wearing. Do they have a Blazer hat or a Ducks jersey on, like go Ducks or go Blazers, or go whoever it is that you like in the sports balls world? Like, you can spark a conversation about that. Or if you really do love somebody's earrings, that's a great one. I have a little mini side story for you about that. So I was doing a tasting at a hotel, in a hotel lobby, just like me and my little table, like, who's thirsty, who's ready to get naked, because we were called Naked Winery at the time. And this lady walked in and she was just like, she had just blown in off a $1 million yacht, and she was like tan and blonde and like just absolutely stunning. And she had these gorgeous fire opal turtle earrings on. And I had just gotten back from spending some time in Maui for my birthday. So I was just drawn to her, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love your earrings. I just got back from Maui, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh girl, I have a house in Maui, blah, blah, blah. I just got back there from there as well. And this lady was just checking into her hotel. She wasn't even thinking about wine. I signed her up for club. We connected right away. I didn't even have to find her whole life story. We didn't even have like a beginning and middle end of our experience. I just sparked a conversation based on something, gave her a genuine compliment. She's still a member. Her name's Deborah. She freaking loves red wine, and so do I. So we bonded over that as well. So that's it. It's super easy. Give genuine compliments and spark a conversation around all kinds of things that go with that for the letter G. H is the next letter. So H stands for home. This is another question that you need to figure out if you're going to offer somebody the right kind of club membership. So where is home for you is very important. Not where you're from, but where is home for you? Where do you live now? Where's that place that makes you really happy right now? And sometimes it's okay to get people back to their happy place talking about their home as well. And if it's somewhere you've never been, be curious about it. I've never been to Florida. What's the coolest part about your town in Florida? I want to know all about it. And then I'm going to offer you like shipping benefits and, oh, they don't have this kind of wine in Florida and you should join the club for those reasons. Or if it's a local person, then it's, oh, all the local benefits, blah, blah, blah. So where is home for you is a very important thing that you should be asking anyway, and it's a great way to spark a conversation. So I is the next one. So I stands for imagination, because I want you to use yours. I want you to be curious of people. about people, and I want you to spark meaningful conversations and connections that are gonna wake your brain up too and help you have an awesome day at work, because no one wants to just be boring. Spice up the conversations in your own life for that matter. I'm gonna give you these skills for work, but I have some bonus tips for your actual life for you as well. So stay tuned for some of those things. So please use your imagination. That's for I. The last one is J. So number 10, my final conversation sparker is joy. I want to see pictures of your dogs. I want to see pictures of your babies. I want to see pictures of your trip to Greece. I want to see it all. I want to get you talking about what brings you joy. So joy is my last conversation sparker for you. And please use any of these and use your imagination as well and come up with some on your own. So before I leave you, I have 2 pro tips for you, because conversation sparking will get you into 2 situations. Either the people in front of you are not giving you enough information, or you're trying to spark a conversation, maybe it's not really like coming out of them quite yet, or they haven't come out of their shell, maybe they're a little more introverted. You can do this really cool thing. It doesn't take any words at all. You just nod your head 3 times. Like, yeah, tell me more about that. And the person will like start telling you more. I've experimented with it, it's super fun. Not fast, don't do it fast. That's like, yeah, hurry up already, I'm done, here you go. Don't do that. Just a very like, I'm curious, oh. And 3 is a magic number for some reason, so 3 times to nod your head. Now, the other thing that happens is you've got someone who's just very long-winded and they won't shut up, and you have people like, you did a way too good job of sparking the conversation and now you need to leave the situation. You've got people coming in the door, your coworker just showed up for work and they're not on the floor yet. Give me some time, right? I'll be right with you. So I'm gonna show you how to get out of conversations too, and you can use this in your regular life too. You're welcome. So we're gonna start with body language, because I'm all about body language. I'm going to disalign my torso with you. So remember, we talk about open torsos facing you. That means I'm giving you my attention. I'm engaged with you. I want to connect with you. Hey, don't want to block that off or close that off. So here we go. Disalign my torso with you. I'm going to put my hand up just like this a little bit. Not like this, but like this, just a little bit. This is the universal sign for stop. We'll talk about that later. So just very little bit right here. And then I'm gonna put one foot, like I have one foot out the door. I know you can't see my feet, but you can picture I've got one foot kind of leaning towards this way, like I'm ready to go. But I'm gonna acknowledge it and make them feel good. And I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, Bob, hold that thought. I really wanna know all about this fish that you caught in the Columbia. Find some pictures on your phone. I gotta help these people and I gotta grab your wine and I'll be right back. And then you did. Don't give them a chance to respond. Go. You said it nicely, leave. That's it. Oh, I really wanna hear about that. But I've got some thirsty people over here. Oh my gosh, these people look like they're ready to make some memories and I'll be right back. I gotta grab them some wine. So acknowledging, but we're out of here. We're disaligned, we have one foot out the door. We've got our little hand up that's like, I really wanna pay attention to you, but I wanna give you all my attention. So give me a minute and I'll be right back. So those are my 2 pro tips for getting a little more conversation out of somebody and shutting down the conversation when you have work to do. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that you watch some more of my pro tips and that it helps you in your daily lives, in your teaching rooms or in the office or the warehouse or wherever it is that you're at. Conversation sparking is a great way to keep things exciting and stop being boring. So I encourage you to connect and go out there and experiment with people.